Hello, everyone. Guys, a new smartphone for your child? Now let's see how to reset their child account. Specifically, a Google account on the new Android device thanks to Family Link features. So, a Google account for minors managed and protected on a new Pixel 9a that I just got for my child. Let's start right away with setting the language. In this case, English is already set. Let's move on. We're immediately asked also, this is because the Pixel 9a quickly notices that there's a Pixel 10 Pro nearby. We're immediately asked if we want to use another device to help set up this one. No, we don't want to do that. In our particular case, what we are going to do is restore the child's account directly from the Google Cloud, which means we do not want to use an existing device for this process. Therefore, we will skip this option and instead proceed to look for the available Wi-Fi network. Of course, as you might expect, you will need to have an active internet connection in order to restore the child's account successfully. Now I select my network from the list. Okay, this time it should definitely be the right one. Naturally, to complete the process, you'll need to have the smartphone with Family Link available. Of the parent, so either one of the two parents or the only parent who manages the permissions for the child's account. The initial setup is still in progress. We haven't entered any information yet. The first question we're asked is, do we want to use this new smartphone ourselves, or are we setting it up for a child? I'm setting it up for my daughter. Let's continue. First, it asks us to log in with the parent's account, specifically to make absolutely sure that the process is being carried out by a parent who has parental control over the child's account. Let's continue. I'll need to enter my account details now, so as the parent, I will proceed. I use my account to log in. In the meantime, the two-step verification notification interrupted the video recording, but that's okay. Once the parent account is entered, an additional confirmation is required on the new smartphone. Since I have two-step verification enabled on my parent account, specifically on my device. At this stage of the procedure, we need to choose for which of our children, for which of the accounts we manage, we want to configure this device. I have two daughters and two separate accounts, so I'll need to use Serena's account, who is the older one. I select it, and now it tells us that we need to enter Serena's account, which of course we'll do ourselves. Here we go. My daughter's account email has been entered automatically. You just need to enter her password, okay? As you can see, it's still being requested. It notifies you that in the upcoming steps of the procedure, certain permissions will be required, which can be granted by the parent accounts that supervise the minor's account. These two accounts, which are highlighted with asterisks, are of course for privacy reasons. They are mine and my wife's. We choose mine, which will be the one managing this operation, so the first one. Now, at this stage, we're being asked to help Serena with this setup process. We need to provide further confirmation on my smartphone by using my parent account. Let's go ahead and hit OK. If the recording stops for any reason, I'll make sure to resume it right after. All right, so the confirmation procedure with the number has also started on the tablet. I'll do it here, I'll confirm. Perfect, the recording didn't stop. Privacy and terms of service, which of course you can read and explore further by clicking on these two links here. Of course, there's not much to do except accept the terms of service, Google. Now it tells us to stay nearby, because we'll need to set up and configure the parental control features on the child's device. We'll need to take action as parents and probably use the Family Link app on our own device. Let's continue. Some data is naturally being downloaded at this time. The Google Play Service app on the smartphone, the Pixel, is currently updating various services that will be used in this process. Here we go then, there's a notice about Google services that you should be aware of. We can get more information if we need it. Every time you see a link, there are plenty of other details and additional information to explore further. In this particular case, we basically need to activate the initial configuration settings of the smartphone, so the data backup, which is absolutely recommended, and the use of location services, which is a choice everyone can make independently. I prefer to have location services turned on, especially I want my daughters to have location services enabled so that I always have the ability to track their devices. There are additional settings related to location, such as the ability to scan Wi-Fi and other types of networks to improve the location accuracy of Amlock, which is also here. Automatic phone number verification here as well. I highly recommend enabling this option so that as soon as we insert the SIM with the phone number, Google will verify it automatically by linking the SIM's phone number to my daughter's account, where, by the way, it is already connected from previous devices. We can also choose to enable the option to send diagnostic and usage data from the Pixel device to Google. This is a way for all of us who use Pixel phones to help Google improve the product over time, making it better for everyone, by allowing Google to collect usage data from our device as mentioned. We will, of course, be informed that there will be further updates and applications that will be downloaded. Here too, we can access even more information. Whenever you see a colored link, you can tap on it. Here you go, and you can see there is additional information. We accept and move forward. Now we need to move forward with the parental control settings as the next step. So here we're asked if there are any applications that we want to remove. So we're talking about stock applications, meaning those that are already on the Pixel. But as you can see, there are also those that can be updated on the Play Store. At this stage, we can thoughtfully select the applications that we do not want the minor to use. Of course, there are some applications that are absolutely essential, such as these initial ones in the required category. However, below that section, there are additional applications that we might want to exclude. For example, the calendar, files, Gmail, or really any other application. We have the option to choose which applications are appropriate for the minor to use and which ones should be restricted. We can make these selections as needed. Personally, I usually don't exclude anything here because these are just Google applications. And anyway, I would just like to remind you that these can actually be set later on and excluded if we want to limit the applications that the child can use. Okay, so let's press next and not exclude anything. Actually, as you can see, there are maybe the only two I had already excluded from the previous configuration on the previous Pixel, Google TV and sound amplifier. But it's nothing major, so let's move on. Here, it shows us again the configuration settings we've carefully configured for YouTube, which are among the most important and sensitive when it comes to parental controls. This is precisely because YouTube is a streaming platform that, as you know, is basically full of anything and everything, anything the human mind can come up with. And lately, it's also full of videos created with artificial intelligence, or AI, and many of them are violent or simply not suitable for children to watch or listen to. Here on this screen, it shows us exactly which setting is currently active at the moment. As you can see on YouTube Kids, there's an age profile that is set between 9 and 12 years old. My daughter, for example, is 11, and on YouTube Music, there's also a restricted profile enabled. Let's move on to the next step. These settings can also be managed here. Right now it's just showing them to us, but they can be adjusted with Family Link. Then in a later video, I'll show you how to do it. Let's continue. This is another section where we can easily set time limits on the device's screen usage. These time limits can be either general, applying to all apps, or specific for individual apps. So we can set up the smartphone as well. For example, you can have 2 hours of screen time per day or set limits for individual apps, for instance, setting WhatsApp to a maximum of 1 hour per day. Let's move on. Of course, in this other section, it talks about location tracking. As parents, we'll have the ability to always know where the child is with their smartphone. And you can even receive very useful notifications when your child arrives at or leaves important places like family locations or, for example, the child's school, which of course we'll need to set manually. Then it tells us what level of apps are allowed on the Play Store for G3. In this case, for Serena, let's continue here. It asks us to connect to the mobile network, insert the SIM card. This is a step you can easily do at the end of the setup process once the smartphone is already ready to use. Of course, there's also the option to use an eSIM, which has become much more widespread on the market recently. Personally, we still use physical SIM cards. So let's skip this step. Press skip to bypass the SIM card insertion process. We're asked if we're sure we want to skip the SIM step, so we skip it. We need to set up an initial security measure for the smartphone. Let's start by setting a PIN and then we'll add Serena's fingerprint. Let's go with the classic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it asks us if we want to transfer our app data, photos, contacts, and more personal information to the new smartphone. Of course, we want to do that. In fact, the whole point of this process is to avoid losing everything we had on the old device, which, by the way, as I mentioned, we no longer have. We've already formatted and sold it. But a copy of all the data is saved in the Google backup. So online, we press Next. Here we are. Now we're offered the option to restore the backup, the last backup that was made 2 days ago on the Google Pixel 8. And that's exactly what we want to do. So we press and continue. The first thing it asks us to do is confirm the screen lock of the smartphone that was backed up, so that Pixel 8. Let's see if I remember my daughter's screen lock. If not, I'll have to ask her. Perfect. I guessed the screen lock, so now it shows us what we'll be restoring. Google Photos, so all the photos that were backed up. Gmail, Calendar, and Google Drive are services that are constantly synced with the Google Cloud. Then there are all the apps that were installed on the previous Pixel, 102 apps, contacts, messages, and the device settings. Very important then are the Wi-Fi passwords and all the usage settings of the Pixel, call logs, and calls. In short, everything that needs to be restored right away. On the new Pixel, it will take a few seconds to start the restore. Here we go. Now it asks us to choose the browser and the search engine. This is a choice that for a few years now Google has been required to offer when setting up a new smartphone. Of course, we will select Google Chrome as our preferred browser and Google as the default search engine, and we will set it as the default. Here is the limited warranty. So for each language, we'll find the limited warranty for the smartphone, which in this case doesn't concern us. Let's move on. So on this last screen, the Pixel reminds us of all the security options. There's a new and very comprehensive security suite, and here too, in my opinion, a dedicated video for each Pixel will be necessary to cover it in depth. Google reminds us of this, shows us crisis alerts, and tells us that in the personal safety app, there are even more settings we can use. Let's move on. Here it informs us about the feature. Nearby Share, as you know, with the arrival of this new Nearby Share feature, and with Apple's adoption on the iPhone, it has basically become almost instantaneous, extremely fast, and very convenient to transfer any type of data between two devices, especially photos and videos, even large files, in a very short time. In this case too, we have to accept, because to use this feature, our data and our contacts data will be transmitted to the servers. Google, let's accept and move on. We should be almost completely ready. The device should be nearly ready to give to the child. Of course, the Pixel needs to retrieve data from the Google Cloud. A lot of information, including the backup data we mentioned, that needs to be restored, and that's a process that it's a bit slow since it has to transfer all this data, and it also depends on the speed of your internet connection. We should definitely be there by now. Here we are, so finally we're free at last. Can we go ahead and give out the new smartphone now to the child Serena, who I remind you is my daughter, and we'll also complete this last step ourselves since my daughter isn't here at the moment. Okay, Pixel tells us that everything is ready. We can simply move forward, or if we want, we can set up the navigation mode to customize our experience. For now, I'll leave the 3-button mode for my daughter, since that's what she's used to. But maybe in the next few days, we'll try out the gestures. Let's go back, press, and here we are. The first thing I'll tell you is that the wallpaper came back right away, and she uses the app arrangement on the home screen. Of course, it's not super tidy, but still. New Pixel 9a. With everything that my daughter had stored on the old Pixel 8, which we only stopped using just a couple of days ago due to a hardware issue. Of course, on the Pixel 8, the Google backup feature was always enabled, as well as Google Photos backup and sync, so everything was always safely saved. This way, even if the smartphone breaks or is destroyed, the data is still recoverable. We always have a backup copy in the cloud. With Google, it can be restored onto a new device, in our case the Pixel 9a or any Android smartphone, without losing, for example, apps, photos, or contacts. And everything that nowadays has become essential even for our kids. As always, thank you for your attention. If you found the video interesting, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I wish everyone a great 2026. Goodbye from Antonio Camerino, your go-to product expert.